some of these things, man, because I just realized that technology is like slowly leaving me behind, right? Because some of the things I had really great interest in when I was younger, and now it feels like a chore having to learn some of these things, like let's say AI and some of these apps that can actually help me with that can actually help me progress with whatever I'm doing with live stream and all that stuff. And I just it's very difficult for me to actually stay focused. And I'm trying to learn my lesson. I'm trying to grow and all that stuff. It's not easy, man. I think I prefer like more hands-on stuff, more hands-on approach. Um, but hey, listen, time waits for no one. So you either get in with the program or you get left behind. So I have to learn these things. But yeah, how you guys doing? Hopefully everybody's doing fine. I was doing my Polish lesson for the day, and then as I'm getting unloaded and stuff like that, so I figured I might as well do a quick live stream, right? And all right, so what we got going on now, right? So the Ukraine and Russia war is still going on, and hopefully, I think something coming down the pipeline soon. I think like they finally gonna put an end to it. So but it's just kind of funny watching all these people like, well, see, Trump said that he was gonna end it when he like on day one when he got in here, so like that. Which that's true, he did say that. you know, it's I was watching so I was watching the last cabinet meeting that they have for the end of the year and stuff like that. Listen, for a year, this okay. No, he hasn't even been here for a year yet. Next January will be like a year, right? What up? What up? How you doing, man? So this dude, for that little bit of time that he been here and stuff like that, he actually. Can you subscribe to my channel? Yeah, I got you. Hold on, I'm gonna check your daddy cool DC. Somebody's demanding. I'm on a live stream right now. I'm not gonna like go to your channel, leaving my channel and actually go to yours. I'm gonna check it out afterward. But you're acting like a bot right now. All right, so yeah, I was like so his cabinet giving out the summaries and all that stuff about the thing that they actually were able to do. Daddy Cool DC. Who is Daddy Cool DC? Channel activity. I'm gonna check you out afterward, man. All right. So yeah, and it's like there was like some stuff that he was actually saying on about the Somalian that came through. That was harsh, right? I'm not gonna lie. That was fucked up. And then oh yeah, get me a soda, man, or something. so so he said some effed up shit about like the Somalian because apparently, right, what's going on is you have this catastrophic fraud that's going on in Minnesota. And there's a large Somalian community over there, and they've been using taxpayer money, pretending they actually feeding kids and all that stuff, but all they're doing is stealing the money and all that stuff. And then they even sending the money to Somalia. Some of these terrorist groups in Somalia is benefiting from our tax dollars and all that stuff, which is not the first time that happened. And then it's like a whole freaking mess. So then what happened now, because of how harsh that he sounded, towards these fraudsters, right? He was saying like, these people, like, they don't deserve to be in our country, they need to go back, blah blah blah. Somalis like not even a country and all this shit. Like, he was saying some harsh shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, my dude, what the fuck? Right? And then now, so people are no longer talking about the fraud that's going on in the Somalian community. They're now talking about how mean Trump was. To be fair, he was an asshole, right? However, but as I look back, right, and I'm looking through it, and I'm like, it's like a pattern with this dude, and I don't think he can actually help it, right? Because what tends to happen is, let's say something takes place, right? An event. Let's say the incident when he was talking about, like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and all this other bullshit, right? So then now they start talking about how much of a quote unquote racist that he is for actually claiming that these immigrants are eating dogs and cats, right? So then by doing so, they now have to acknowledge how devastating these communities are becoming because of the overpopulation of these immigrants. So then by actually him saying some dumb shit, right, he kind of forced the issue in the forefront. And then, like, let's say the mainstream media could now no longer deny the impact that was having on immigration at the time, right? And then it's like something that he always doing. Like, it's almost like when influencers, right, they like, they farming, what do you call this shit, right? When you say something extremely, like when you go over the top and then, to try to go viral and all that stuff, right? And I feels like this is exactly what he does. And is he doing it purposely or subconsciously? I think he just doing it subconsciously, because he's the type of dude, like, he said whatever that pops in his mind, right? So then now, while we're too busy saying, like, oh no, he's so mean, look at what the hell he said, right? And then now we're like, but wait a minute, these people coming from a third world country, right, are they adding any value to our society, or are they just there to just take away from the from society, from the country and all that stuff, right? And it kind of forces you now to, like, because as a Haitian person, right, as a Haitian, whenever I hang around with, like, let's say a group of family get together and everything like that, right, and sometimes the subject end up having to be about politics. One thing that is in common, and it's probably in common about a whole lot of other nations as well when they get together, it's always about how bad America has screwed up our country. It's like, oh man, America done this to us, America done that to us. In 1915, America occupied Haiti. America, they overthrow dictators and this and that, right? So we're always talking about, like, what America have done to us, right? Only the bad stuff. But we never talk about the good stuff America have done for us, right? So, and it almost feels like very hypocritical, because we don't want to be anywhere else but here. That's the part that's messed up, right? Because it's almost like you have, okay, the person that you rely on for your livelihood the most, right? You benefit from that system the most, but yet you have the harshest critic for the country that you are in, right? Because we're not going back to Haiti to create jobs. We're not doing that, right? I mean, some of us would love to, but the system that we have in Haiti would not allow the Haitian diaspora to go back to Haiti and create jobs and create opportunities from people down there. I mean, hell, the people down there would, like, don't want, I'm not even talking about the corrupt government. The people themselves would not allow us to go back down there and create opportunity for them. You know why? Because the moment we start opening up business over there, let's say we start, like, opening up stores, factories, so on and so forth and everything like that, these people is going to start stealing from you, because in their mind, you got it like that, right? It's almost as if, like, they got no problem working for white people, right? Like, okay, my mom, right? Bless her. She's very giving. She always, hey, how you doing? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Lily. Oh, hey, Lily, what's up? Right? So let's say, let's say that as a Haitian person, right? Let's say I go to Haiti. I'm like, all right, I want to open up a small factory or something like that, right? And then I try to do that. Guess what happened? People that lives in Haiti gonna look at me like, man, he got money and stuff like that, right? So it's okay if I steal from him, right? So your own people are gonna start robbing you, And before you know it, the business, then the opportunities you try to provide for them, and in return, you also making money and stuff like that, making profit and everything, right? Try to build something, an empire, right? They'll be too busy robbing you because in their mind, they can justify it as in like, he ain't gonna miss it, right? And that's why it's so hard to actually make money, to actually build businesses down there. Because my mom, good-hearted person, right? Very giving and all that stuff. Yes, you're right. Crabs in a barrel. So then, like we have like some land in Haiti, right? And then my mom always like sometimes she'll hit me up, be like, "Hey, Mark, I'm gonna send some money in Haiti, all right? And you remember so and so? Yeah, his kids is going to graduate, and then if you could whatever you could send, then I think it will be fine, right?" And then one day I asked my mom, I'm like, "Mom, we got land in Haiti, we got like some stuff. Why don't we actually hire a couple of these people to actually farm the land?" My mom is like, "Oh, these people don't want to work the land. No, no, they don't know because they are philosophes. When they have money, they when they go to school and stuff like that, because to them it is beneath them." I'm like, "So wait a minute. So it's beneath them to farm, to work the land or whatever, but it's not beneath them to beg for money from us. Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? It's like, okay, we'll hire you for you to take care of the properties that we have down there and everything like that, right? Then that's how you get paid, right? But no, it's beneath them. It's beneath them to do these things, and it's like, and that's the level of entitlement that kills me, right? Because like they see you, yes, they don't see you as just an opportunity. They see you just as a sucker, like you owe them something. You are the one that made it out of Haiti, so then therefore it is your job now to take care of them regardless of the situation. It's a very crab in a barrel mentality, right? And it's very frustrating because a lot of us Haitians would have loved to go down there and actually open up business and opportunities and all that stuff, right? And I'm just talking about the people. Now, let's talk about the government. Corrupt as hell. The system corrupt as hell. All these people corrupt as hell. So then now, let's say the few of us, the many of us that escape that corruptions, the gang violence, the assassination, all this is the crazy stuff, right? So we escape our country. We come over here in the United States, right? We got a green card, we got a residency. Some of us, took the illegal route or whatever, right? And then we find a way to work here. And we have the nerve, the audacity to fix our face all the freaking time to talk shit about America. Ain't that some shit? Like, now, imagine, right? Imagine, and I know as soon as like somebody said, "Well, go back where you come from," you'd be like, "Racist!" Some of them are racist, of course. But do they have a point though? Like, if you come to a country that provides you with so much opportunity and the only thing you can do is just bitch and moan about that country, like, motherfuckers gonna get tired of you at some point. At some point, they're gonna tell you, like, go back to your country, fix it, and show us how it's done, right? Is it an asshole thing to say? Yes. But is it true? Yes. So we have to show some level of gratitude. We have to be grateful enough to actually be in a country that provides us with the opportunity, upward mobility, that we can, like take care of our family, provide for our 401k so we can actually save for retirement, and do some of this shit that's actually gonna help us live a decent life instead of constantly bitch and moan about how bad America is. And it's getting tiresome. Motherfuckers are starting getting tired of a lot of us immigrants talking shit about America because we sound very ungrateful when we just cannot be satisfied, and the only thing that we can point out about a country that opened its arm to receive us in is just to talk shit about it. How about some gratitude, right? And I think when people, especially like, and it's funny, right? Because now with the Somali community, right? With the Somali community now, they actually getting the pressure on them and all that stuff, right? And then people are saying things like, well, you know, a lot of illegal immigrants in that community, so they're getting kicked out. What do they do now? Of course, they pull out the black card. They want black people to come and help them, right? It's like, come on, black American. You know, we are the same color. We are the same color. What are you doing? You see this racism going on. If you do not fight with us, then you are next. Never mind, it wasn't that long ago when Biden wasn't in power and all that shit. Or even before that. You know, had the nerve to fix your face to call black Americans lazy bums. Partially true. There are a lot of lazy bums in African Americans, right? They are very spoiled. But I've seen a lot of hardworking African American as much, right? So then therefore, you come to somebody's country, right? You taking their welfare. You taking their swag. You taking everything from them. And then you talking shit about them, you know, about how lazy they are, about how many kids that they have out of wedlock, how about this, how about that. And to be fair, sometimes I'm guilty of that too. Sometimes I talk shit about African Americans sometimes, right? But I try to be fair. I recognize the good and I also recognize the bad, right? But I'm not here to only point out the negative, right? And it comes to the reality where you just constantly bitch and moan about a group of people that actually open up their homes for you. At some point, they're gonna sit back like, nah, you got this, player. No. You spent a whole lot of time. You spent a whole decade, you know, telling us that, you know, how about how fucked up we are, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about like from an African-American perspective, right? Because let's face it, as disrespectful you motherfuckers can be sometimes, I can understand some of your grievances when you're like, yo, I'm not fucking with them Haitians. I'm not fucking with the Africans. I'm not fucking with the Caribbeans. I'm doing my own thing. I get it. Because if you don't prioritize yourselves first, who's going to prioritize you? Because Haitians, when we're over here, we prioritize ourselves first, right? We're looking out for us first. So it's only right, it's only fair that you also looking out for you and your people first. So then now, imagine my surprise, right? The same people that come over here illegally, right? Taking your welfare, taking your support. Haitians eat the geese. Listen, that might have happened because it's a different mindset, right? Because here's the thing. When you have people fresh off the boat coming over here and they see just like animals and all these birds walking around left and right, they're like, it's food. It's food for them. Like, what are you talking about? These are pets. This ain't no pets. This is like a duck I'm gonna freaking fry. They don't give a damn. Like, you don't see these things. Like, you think like, yo, listen, all these pigeons in New York City and stuff like that, right? Walking around, they acting like they owe you something, right? Like, these pigeons are just like the friendliest, like, you know, they all up in your face pigeons, talking about like, yo, well, you got some bread for me, my nigga? Yo, what you doing eating all around me and shit like that, and not sprinkle some crumbs on the floor for me, huh? Bitch. That's what them pigeons, they're thinking. They look at you like, yo, you owe them something. You gotta feed them, right? Until them Haitians showed up. Them Haitians looking at all them pigeons like, got it. Oh, on Haiti, we don't have all these birds to eat. Look at this canna. Look at these geese. They're just walking all like they own their place. Where's me? Give me the couteau. Give me the. Oh, Sherry, we're gonna eat some geese tonight. It's a different culture. You know, they didn't have the time to assimilate. So yeah, I do believe a lot of them was eating them geese. But them dogs and the cats, no, that was cap. No, because like the Haitians weren't doing that. Right. Right. It's a cultural thing. You gotta give people time to assimilate. That's why when you have like so many people flooding, right? Flooding, that means that if they just come through, right, a whole like the millions of them all at once, they're not gonna have the incentive to assimilate. No, they just be like, yo, I'm gonna speak Creole, I'm gonna speak whatever. I don't have to learn the language, right? And that's what's happening. You know, like you have to give people time to assimilate and stuff like that, right? But not when you have all of them at once, then it's harder for them to assimilate. And then now they're not try to actually like add into the American culture. They're only there to just take away, right? And that's the problem. But anyway, so let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I gotta get going because I'm done. I gotta get to work. But yeah, so that was my point is this. My point is this. I think the era where we keep making white people feel bad for loving their country, that era is over. These motherfuckers had enough of them feeling guilty for being white, feeling guilty for being American, feeling guilty for fuck's sake being themselves, right? They're tired of walking on eggshells, and then they're tired of the insult. They're tired of actually opening up their homes to a lot of us immigrants, and then we just continuously to tell them they haven't done enough, or it's their fault that our country's fucked up. No, they're tired of this shit. They are tired of this shit because it's all about system, right? America have built a system that actually allowed upward mobility for people. Meanwhile, a lot of these other countries, their system is centered around like power. It's not stuff like that, right? It's centered around power and opportunity. It's mine, mine, mine. I'm gonna get whatever the hell I can and everything like that, right? And then so that's why you have coup d'etat after coup d'etat after coup d'etat, right? And it's like it's not about white people like are racist or white people are feeling, you know, they blah blah blah. No, listen, African Americans, immigrants, right? And I have to say, sometimes they make points, right? They make some points sometimes. I don't agree with everything they say, right? Sometimes they just say some dumb shit, stuff like that. I'm like, ooh, no, 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 right? But sometimes they make some good points. And us as immigrants, we have to learn to appreciate the opportunity that was given to us to come to this country. And actually, it's not about like what can this country can do for us. It's also about what can we do to continue to make this country better. That means stop being a fucking cunt. Be humble. Stop criticizing America, for being a great country. Because how do I know that? A lot of these immigrants that got kicked out of the country, so like that, right? They're still making TikTok in their country talking about, oh no, I miss my country, I miss my home. Like, bro, I thought you were like, weren't you like somewhere in there riding, waving the Mexican flags or waving the Somalian flag and everything like that? Now you're upset that you back in the country. You should be free to wave them flags now, right? Right? Oh no. You want to be patriotic, super patriotic when you're in someone else's country. But God forbid, you know, the people that live in that country, you know, them being patriotic is somehow an offense to you. No, it doesn't make any sense. People are tired of feeling sorry. They don't want to feel sorry no more. They want to be themselves. They want to be able to wave the American flag whenever they feel like it. They want to be proud Americans, and as they should. Just like I want to be a proud Haitian. No one's making me feel guilty about being Haitian or being proud of being Haitians. You know, you can be proud of where you come from without having to disrespect other people where they come from. That's the point. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. You know what it is. I'm your host, the Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.